Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing some fragrances that I think would make some great Mother's Day gifts. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, don't forget to subscribe before you leave today's video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? I'm so excited to have you here with me, and I appreciate all the love and the support. With that said, let's get into today's video. So Mother's Day is right around the corner, and I figured it would be a great video to kind of give some ideas on some fragrances that would be really nice as a Mother's Day gift. And I feel like these are pretty well rounded, and you can pretty much gift it to a new mom, a grandmother, your mother. I mean, it would fit like many different moms, and I feel like they're all really beautiful fragrances. So I am going to get started with fragrances that I think are easier to gift, and then the ones that I'm going to leave for last are the ones that you can gift if you know that that person loves fragrances and they're a little bit more open-minded with fragrances, because fragrances are so personal. And I think that it's one of the hardest things to gift because it might smell good to you, but maybe for the person, they don't like it. So the first one I'm going to mention is going to be Giorgio Armani's My Way. I have been loving this one so much recently. I feel like this fragrance would make such a beautiful Mother's Day gift, especially because the bottle is just so beautiful and the scent is one that I feel many people would truly love this fragrance. This fragrance opens up with that bubblegum tuberose type of scent, but I don't find it too much. I don't find the tuberose to be hard to like or anything like that. I feel like they did a great job with this fragrance. It opens up with like a brightness, and that tuberose is beautiful, and then the dry down of this fragrance, it turns into this very warm vanilla comforting type of scent. I find this to be a very classy fragrance. I think that it is a fragrance that you can wear year round. And I feel like it's also a fragrance that fits many different types of occasions. You can wear this to something that you can dress down in, or you can wear it to somewhere that you can dress up in. And I think that it would do great in either type of scenario. So that is my first recommendation for a Mother's Day gift. Next up, I would say that this one, I would make sure that the person is okay with like a rosy type of scent, but I feel like this is a very comforting type of fragrance, and I feel like it just reminds me of a mother. And this is the Chloe Eau de Parfum, and I have a tiny bottle here, but the bigger bottle is even more beautiful. I will put a picture on it on the screen. It looks beautiful, it makes a great gift, and this is just a very nice signature type of fragrance. The bottle is gorgeous. The scent is very girly, very polished and put together. To me, this is kind of like the girl next door, or the woman that doesn't like to just have too much attention. She doesn't want to be too sexy or anything like that, but she wants to smell good. I feel like this is perfect for that. It's a very like romantic type of fragrance, and I get a lot of like rose in here, but there's also different florals, so it's not just straight up rose, and it's just such a pretty classy fragrance. So that is Chloe Eau de Parfum. Next up is one that I think is also just, I feel like so many people would love this fragrance, and this is Givenchy's Irresistible, and this is the Eau de Parfum. This fragrance right here would make such a beautiful Mother's Day gift. It is such a beautiful fragrance. Again, a really nice, this bottle is a little bit more on the simple side, but it's still gorgeous. I love this side of the bottle. And this one, it's just like a rosy fragrance again, but it's so much more than that. There's iris in here, so there's a bit of a powdery touch in this fragrance, but not too much. It is so good. There's a sweetness in here. There is the rose in there and a little bit of a powdery touch. It's a very comforting as well, but overall it's just a very pretty, just another romantic type of fragrance. I feel like these are just really nice to gift because they're not too loud, they're not too out there, so it's gonna be a bigger chance that the person is going to enjoy this one. It's so beautiful. I feel like even people who don't enjoy rose fragrances would enjoy this fragrance because it's just so beautiful. Next up, I'm going to be super cliche. I know that people are going to say that's so basic or boring, old, but this is just a classic. This fragrance right here is a bestseller. It is a very popular fragrance and so many women, especially moms, love this fragrance, and this is Lancome's La Vie Belle. So I have here the original Eau de Parfum, but I am also going to talk about my favorite flanker, or one of my favorite flankers, because that one is beautiful as well. So this one is a little bit more, I get more of like the patchouli, and I believe it's praline in here. It's a little bit more of that to me. So that's why some people don't really like the original one too much, but I think that it is done beautifully. And this is just such a classic. I love this one. But I also recommend getting this one even more for a mom. And I feel like the packaging just looks perfect for Mother's Day. And this is La Vie Belle in Rose. So this one is so much more easy to like. I feel like this one is easier to gift if you don't want to go with the original route, which I still think is beautiful to gift. But this one has, I believe it's raspberry in here, so it opens up with a bit of a fruity touch, and the rose is not too much, and it's just such a beautiful fragrance. This is probably my favorite flanker, if not one of my favorite flankers, but it is just so beautiful. I feel like it is rose, but then you also have like this warmth while you're wearing it. It's just a really nice fragrance, and it lasts a pretty good amount of time on me, even though some people say that this one is one of the ones that last the least amount of time, but I feel like this one lasts a decent amount of time for me, and I get to smell it on myself, which I love, and it's just so pretty. So these two are great to gift for Mother's Day. The original is such a staple. It's such a popular scent. You can't go wrong with this one. And then it's very sweet, by the way. So the person does have to like sweet fragrances. And then if you want to go a little bit more of the floral route with the rose and a little bit of fruit in there, the en rose is beautiful. So these two I highly recommend as Mother's Day gift. Next up is another classic type of fragrance, and I think that this is another one that's just beautiful for mothers out there, and this is by Guerlain, and this is Mon Guerlain. So I have two here. I have the original Mon Guerlain, and then I have the intense version, which I think I like more than the original one. This one is just so good. I feel like this one is not as heavy on the lavender from what I remember, and I get way more vanilla. You still get lavender in the opening, but the vanilla in this one is just so amazing. So if you can get your hands on the intense version, I highly recommend this one if the person loves like vanilla sweet fragrances. And then if you want a little bit more of like a fresh burst aromatic type of scent, which is the original one, this one is an amazing one, and many people enjoy this fragrance. It's so good. It's really good. And this is a fragrance that is, again, very versatile, and you can wear this all year long. You can wear it for work, you can wear it for an event, so it just makes an amazing gift. Next up is one that I think it's an amazing gift as well, and this one is kind of like in between crowd pleaser but a little bit unique at the same time, and this is by Givenchy, and this is Lantardi. What a beautiful, stunning bottle. I love these bottles. They're just so beautiful. They're like classics to me. And this is another fragrance that I think you can wear year round. This one has that same type of tuberose that I can smell in my way, but this one doesn't have that, like, I would say my way opens up kind of bright and very girly and just playful, and then it settles down into like a warm vanilla. This one has like more of a spicy touch to it. If I'm not mistaken, there might be vetiver in here. I'm not sure. I don't have the notes in front of me right now, but this one does pack a bit of a stronger punch, but it is a beautiful fragrance. I think that this is beautiful for brides, for mothers, for any event. I just think that it fits well with many occasions and all year long, and it makes a beautiful gift. Now moving on to the, I guess they're just not as common, and you just have to make sure that the person enjoys fragrances. The first one I'm going to mention is on the pricey side. So this is more like if you want to splurge on your mom, or just on a mom that you truly want to show how much you appreciate her, you want to give a little bit more. I just think that it's just such a beautiful fragrance. The packaging is so stunning, and just everything about it is just, it feels luxurious. And this is by Raja Perfumes, and this is Reckless. This bottle is so beautiful. If I received this as a gift, I would be mesmerized, because just the color of it, the way it looks, the feel of it, it's so heavy, it's quality. This right here to me is like kind of the same vibes as Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy, but I don't feel like this one is as common. I feel like this one, not many people have it, or not many people wear it, so it would be kind of like a unique fragrance, but it kind of has that vibe to it. This fragrance opens up with a blast of citruses, so it's very like refreshing, citrusy, bright, and then you start getting those white florals in there, and you also start getting kind of like a musky warmth to the fragrance. So this one is really, really nice. It's stunning, it's beautiful. I know that someone who receives this would just be like in awe, because it's just such a beautiful bottle, such a beautiful fragrance. I feel like this fragrance is also another one that could be year-round, but preferably I think that this one is beautiful during winter time, but you can wear it year-round as well. And this was Raja Parfums Reckless. This next one I talked about recently, and I think that it's a beautiful gift for a mom. I feel like I think about my mom when I smell this one, so I just picked it out because of that. But this is Lancome's Edoll. This is the intense version. So this is a flanker. You can also go with the original one. That one's beautiful. It makes for a great gift. I feel like that one is a little bit more light, as in girly, juicy. This one is a little bit more heavy, a little bit more sexy, a little bit more nighttime. It's so beautiful. I'm starting to really, really love this one. When I first got this one, I was kind of like iffy about it, but definitely the more that I smell this one, it's a great one to have. This one's a great one to gift for someone for a more sexy nighttime type of fragrance. Something that they can have when they're going to go out somewhere special, or when they're going to an event or something like that. This is definitely a nice fragrance to have, to choose from for those types of occasions. Also for holidays, it would be really, really nice as well. Such a beautiful fragrance. It has a lot of sexiness to it. So for those moms that love to feel sexy, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Next up is one that I love so much. I feel like this to me is more like a grounding type of fragrance. It's comforting to me. It's still feminine and beautiful, but it feels like a warm hug. And this one is Giorgio Armani Terra di Gioia. I'm pretty much halfway with this fragrance. This fragrance is so beautiful. The bottle is gorgeous. The scent is gorgeous. You get like a jasmine scent in here, but it has almonds, so there's a nuttiness to it. There's a warmth to this fragrance. It's not too strong. Sometimes the jasmine does come off a little bit strong, but I tend to pick up more of that almond nutty type of vibe in this fragrance. And I also get like a woody vibe off of this one. This one is so beautiful. So this one is Terra di Gioia by Giorgio Armani. Next up, I'm going to go with the latest release from Viktor and Rolf, and this is Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. I love this fragrance. I feel like I would love to give this to someone, because everyone is so used to seeing the original Flower Bomb. It's something that a lot of people gift. This bottle is just so beautiful. I love the color of it. So it's pleasing to the eye. And then I love how this one reminds me of Flower Bomb, but I get that peachy kind of juicy vibe in here. And it's just so beautiful. So it's floral with a burst of like juicy, fruity sweetness. It's amazing. I love this one. And I think this is my favorite one from the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb line because the original one, I don't even own it. I don't find it to be a bad fragrance. I just don't find it to be like a beautiful fragrance that I have to have in my collection. But this one I definitely recommend as a gift, and this is Ruby Orchid by Viktor and Rolf. So for my last fragrance, this one is really more of a polarizing one. I would kind of get this one if you know the person well and you know that they love rose fragrances and they love kind of like a classic, this is just a very classic year-round feminine type of fragrance. And this is Twilly de Hermes. I'm going to put the name on the screen because this flanker is very hard for me to pronounce, but here is the gorgeous bottle. I think this bottle is so beautiful. I believe that this fragrance is 3 notes. I believe it is pepper, rose, and patchouli. I believe that's what it is. And those are all notes that can be troublesome for me, but there's something about this fragrance. I don't use it a lot, as you can see. There's barely any dent in here because this is specifically for those places that I want to really project. I want my fragrance to last and I want to smell good and feminine. This is not something that I wear on an everyday basis. I feel like this is more to go somewhere nice, to a dinner, to an event. It is very unique. It's like a rose. I get a lot of that pepper, so it's a peppery rose, and it lasts forever. This one lasts. I did my nighttime test on this one and it lasted all the way until lunchtime of the next day. So yeah, this one is just a gorgeous scent, very just classy. I think of a very put together woman, a very like just a mature woman, not in age. I don't mean in age because I feel like you can wear whatever you want at whatever age. But when I say mature, I mean like a woman who has her together. Like she has goals. She is a busy person. She has like a busy schedule. She gets so many things done. She's a boss. It's that type of vibe. It's like a powerful woman. It's that type of scent, but this one is really, really nice. Those are my recommendations for this year for Mother's Day. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you think of these fragrances. And also, I would love to know in the comment section what are fragrances that you would consider great gifts for Mother's Day so that we can all see which fragrances get the most comments or which ones get mentioned the most so that people can get ideas out of that. I want to thank you guys so much for being here with me. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video.